I have 2 months left to live AMA. Context: I am being euthanized due to my severe mental health difficulties. I have autism, ADHD, PTSD, bipolar, depression, and anxiety. I was abused as a child as well, and I suffer panic attacks and flashbacks. I am unable to live a proper life. I barely leave the house and have to be cared for. There are no treatments left for me to try, and so I am allowed to be euthanized. Question 1. What have been the most effective and least effective treatment/interventions for your mental health? Has having a deadline on life changed your mental well-being for better or worse? Answer: I'd say the best treatment for my mental health has probably been cannabis. I know it's controversial, but for me it really helped calm my anxiety and help my sleep. The worst intervention was probably being sectioned. They never tried to help me, just lock me up. Having a deadline on my life has honestly made things a lot easier for me. It's like a huge weight off my shoulders. I can just try my best to enjoy my last few months without constant worry of the future. Question 2. What advice would you give someone in their 40s who has a decent enough life? What would you focus on if you were me? Answer: My advice would be to stop caring about societal norms and just do what makes you happy. Pursue hobbies that bring you joy and meaning. If you don't know what brings you joy, then go and find out. Also spend as much time as possible with your loved ones. And stop worrying about how short life is. There's nothing you can do to change that, so make the most of the very second. Question 3. What is your diagnosis? Explain the emotions you're going through. What do you have to do to prepare? Answer: My diagnosis is actually just an accumulation of severe mental health issues that have no cure, so I am being euthanized. My emotions are kind of all over the place all the time, so it's hard to really describe, but I am looking forward to being at peace finally. I don't really have much to do to prepare. I don't need to write a will or anything, but I need to decide my funeral arrangements and that sort of thing. Question 4. Have you tried magic mushrooms? Johns Hopkins has studied to help people with terminal illness. I am sorry for your condition and hope you are at peace. Answer: I have tried magic mushrooms and ketamine therapy, and unfortunately neither worked for me. Sad face. Question 5. Have you chosen to be euthanized or have others? What made you pick? And will there be friends/family around you at the moment? Answer: It was 100% my choice. I had attempted suicide multiple times before, but I always had failed and ended up even worse than before. And yes, my family will be with me when it happens. Miscellaneous. Comment: I'm an MD. Can the mods please shut this thread down? Holy shit. If everything Opie is saying is true, which is unlikely, their medical team has absolutely failed them by abandoning their patient to mental illness. A person with an extensive psych history plus history of substance use who is acutely suicidal does not have medical decision-making capacity and should not be allowed to kill themselves. If you disagree with this, go to medical school, do residency, treat actual suicidal patients, and prove me wrong. More likely, this is somebody with psych issues who is expressing suicidal ideation in an unhealthy way using a Reddit AMA format to garner validation for a maladaptive thought process, all a social media Munchausen. Even more likely, it's just a weird-ass creative writing prompt. Either way, harmful and unproductive. Go get some olanzapine and lithium in your system. I don't care if you've given up on yourself. Just don't let your doctors give up on you as well. I sure as hell wouldn't if you were my patient.